The Court of Appeal has granted Anwar Ibrahim a stay in his ongoing civil case brought by his former aide Yusoff Rawther. Meanwhile, Rafizi has highlighted a similarity between PKR and PAS members when under pressure. The Chief Secretary of the government said it is inappropriate for civil servants to join the Turun Anwar rally in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. Stay tuned for more on KiniNews. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim received a temporary reprieve in the civil proceedings filed by his former aide, Yusoff Rawther. The Court of Appeal granted him a stay of proceedings in the case today. A three-member bench chaired by Judge Che Ruzima Ghazali said a stay should be granted as Anwar had shown special circumstances pending his appeal at the federal court to refer 8 constitutional questions. According to New Straits Times, the judge said that a stay of proceedings should be granted due to special circumstances, mainly because without a stay, the appeal would be rendered nugatory. In a statement, Anwar's lawyer, Rajasegaran S. Krishnan, said the panel's decision means the High Court trial will be suspended whilst the appellate court considers Anwar's constitutional challenge. He added that it's not an attempt by the Prime Minister to avoid trial or delay justice and stressed that the 8 questions raised by Anwar are serious and unprecedented. On June 10th, the Court of Appeal issued an interim stay on all proceedings in the civil suit. Today's ruling follows the panel's earlier decision to allow Anwar's application for a temporary halt pending his bid for a full stay of proceedings. Still on Anwar, earlier today, he denied claims that there were last-minute changes in the list of judicial appointment nominations submitted to the Conference of Rulers. Anwar said he had followed the process under the federal constitution and expressed his belief that the Judicial Appointments Commission should not be politicized. He added that the name proposed was the one discussed and agreed upon during the Conference of Rulers meeting.
Di akhirnya, setelah 1 minggu kita dihantam begitu rupa, bila dibentang kepada Malik Raja-Raja, Malik Raja-Raja ni ada seri-seri juga mesyuarat dia. Ada Raja-Raja, pre-council dia, Raja-Raja sahaja. Dia dipanggil PM untuk mendapat beberapa penjelasan atau beri nasihat atau pandangan. Kemudian baru diformalisekan dalam mesyuarat yang dihadiri oleh Menteri Besar, ada kemudian Yang di-Pertuan Agong dengan Perdana Menteri. Jadi dalam mesyuarat itu dibincang dan dipersetujui nama yang kita kemukakan dari awal. Tak ada tukar. Kerana sekarang ni bila dah berlaku begini, ada yang kata, oh sebenarnya no tukar last minute. Tak betul, boleh cek. Nama itulah yang dikemukakan, nama itu akhirnya diperkenan. Jadi tak ada tukar. Dia tak masuk orang ini, Datuk ni, tapi Tan Sri ni, tapi dia dah dengar aja ditukar nama ni. Ini keadaan, saya tidak fikir soal Badan Kehakiman harus dipolitikkan.
Former PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli is grappling with increasing discontent, not just from political opponents, but also from his own party and its allies. In a video posted on Facebook, he said when he gives his views, many of them get uncomfortable, including those in the PKR leadership. He added that PKR Secretary General Fuzia Saleh even issued a memo saying that when we raise judicial issues, it's tantamount to losing confidence in the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, he said PAS members tend to mount collective attacks against those questioning their shifting stances. However, he stressed that beneath these different approaches, there was one thing in common.
Tapi dalam bab ini, yang dalam PKR dan PAS sebenarnya ada satu persamaan. Mereka akan ungkit, kenapa tidak membantah semasa kamu dalam kerajaan? Saya pasti pimpinan PAS ada jawapan yang sama dengan saya. Sebab mereka pernah berdepan dengan keadaan yang sama semasa dalam kerajaan dulu.
Rafizi added that the difference between him and PAS is that although he was asked to remain in cabinet when he felt there was no longer compatibility or his views couldn't be considered by the Prime Minister, he resigned from his position. He claimed PAS differed in this matter, as members of the party remained with the Perikatan National Government, even when it clashed with the party's principles. He cited the PN government's decision to restore the number of special draws to 22 per calendar year in 2021 as an example. He added that this is why, for him, the real test of a leader isn't how vocal they are when facing opponents, it is their consistency in criticizing friends within the party and government. More MP cite Sadiq said he has been given limited government funding of 200,000 ringgit. He added that this came after nearly 2 years of fighting for parliamentary allocation for his constituency. In an Instagram post, he revealed the allocation comes with strict conditions. The money can only cover office rent, staff salaries, equipment, and management. He claimed it cannot be used for welfare assistance, infrastructure, or any community contributions. He said while government MPs get 20 million ringgit, Muar only gets 200,000 ringgit. Syed Saddiq added that the sum will be fully audited, which he supports. Despite the setback, he said he will continue to toil for his constituency and innovate ways to raise funds. Syed Saddiq stated that in the past 6 months alone, he's raised over 2 million ringgit in welfare aid for Muar through his own initiatives. He added that he will continue to do this and that when one door closes, 10 more open. In February, Syed Saddiq criticized the government for withholding constituency allocations from opposition and independent MPs, despite holding 5 negotiations with Deputy Prime Minister 2 Fadila Yusoff. He urged the government to be transparent, stop political bias in aid distribution, and prioritize the welfare of the people regardless of political affiliation. Pahang PKR leaders have pushed back against pressure for Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to act on a royal order granting Najib Abdul Razak house arrest. In a joint statement, all 14 division chiefs in the state cited Pahang ruler Sultan Abdullah Sultan Ahmad Shah's decree on February 28th this year. They said the Sultan ordered for a halt to all debate on the addendum while the matter went through the legal process. They stressed that any effort to discuss the matter, including pressuring the Prime Minister to take action, is unconstitutional, disrespects the court process, is immature, is political interference in the judiciary, and oversteps the Pahang Sultan's decree. On his last day as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on January 29th, Sultan Abdullah commuted Najib's SRC international case sentence to house arrest. This came alongside a Pardons Board decision that cut Najib's jail time from 12 years to 6 and slashed his fine from 210 million ringgit to 50 million ringgit. Najib is suing the government to enforce the addendum. Senior Federal Counsel Shamsul Bol Hassan reportedly said the Attorney General's chambers did not dispute the addendum's existence, but were challenging how it was submitted as new evidence in Najib's judicial review application at the High Court. This prompted UMNO to push for the government to place Najib under house arrest. Anwar said he's willing to discuss it with UMNO but won't override the judiciary. Civil servants have been told not to join a rally in Kuala Lumpur this Saturday, July 26. Chief Secretary to the government Shamsul Azri Abu Bakar said it's inappropriate for government staff to take part in it. According to Bernama, he said they are civil servants and reminded them that they recite the Pledge of Loyalty to King and Country every day and week. Previously, the police said they expect between 10,000 and 15,000 participants to attend the Turun Anwar rally scheduled for July 26. Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail had also said that the police will assist in facilitating the rally. He also reminded organizers and participants to follow the Peaceful Assembly Act. He assured that police would handle security control during the rally in a professional manner. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. A devastating fire broke out on a passenger ferry off the coast of North Sulawesi on Sunday, resulting in at least 3 confirmed deaths and leaving many passengers scrambling for safety. The fire erupted on the KM Barcelona 5 around noon, while the ferry was en route to Manado. Videos shared on social media captured the terrifying scenes, showing flames and thick smoke engulfing the vessel. In the chaos, passengers were seen jumping overboard into the sea, desperate to escape the inferno. They sought refuge in the water as the fire continued to spread across the ferry. A Coast Guard vessel was also seen in one of the video, attempting to douse the flames while coordinating the evacuation efforts. According to Al Jazeera, Indonesian authorities confirmed that 3 people had tragically lost their lives in the incident. It cited the National Search and Rescue Agency as saying that at least 568 people were rescued from the ferry. Authorities are continuing their investigation into the cause of the fire, and efforts are underway to provide support for the survivors. The recent appointment of Wan Ahmad Farid Wan Saleh as Malaysia's new Chief Justice has received praise from several quarters. Senior lawyer Hanif Khatri Abdullah said the move saved the country from another judicial crisis. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim responded to claims and said that he had never presented Federal Court Judge Ahmad Tahriruddin Saleh's name for consideration to become the Chief Justice. What are your thoughts on Wan Ahmad Farid's appointment? We carried out a poll on Friday to find out. Let's take a look at the results. 44% of voters thought it was a good decision, saying that it will help maintain judicial independence. Meanwhile, 32% of voters are still skeptical. 22% said it's still too early to judge. A lot of voters pointed to Wan Ahmad Farid's background and his ties to politics. They said this could lead to a conflict of interest. Meanwhile, another voter said the candidate should have been the one proposed during the JSC meeting chaired by Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat when she was the Chief Justice. What are your thoughts on the matter? Share your views in the comment section below. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.